All right, in the bag, Guadarudi Nenu, Kunisiwene, Sorani, Neme, Niduakupo, and no bossy, Uduchinketa, I see no bossinketa, Manana, and Amma, I see can coach the Azelo, Edico CD, I abopuni also can go senior Biafra, I Jimakia Webia, no Uduchino bossinketa. Over the fair Biafran Prime Minister Kuniduakupo, quote, Biafran Prime Minister Bo Ma Simon Ekpa unveils reasons Nigerian army is begging world powers to help them to extradite him back to Nigeria. Kudia na Twitter handle. Mana I got up no kunu geyabo news. No one na woke. I want to get here ya Biafran Unite. No get here when I drop what I funche ni rakupo. Basta makiyenda ni ne. No. All right, over to you, sir.
GIE, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, has finally revealed the real reason, the true reason, the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Nigerian government and its terrorist military are begging the world powers, international community to help them to kidnap the Prime Minister from Finland and of course extraordinarily rendition him to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Nigeria. So without further ado, let us read from the official and verified X handle of the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. After that, I will show you the official flyer. So according to the PM, he actually tweeted this yesterday, but because of other engagements, I was unable to do this very broadcast and of course set the record straight. Now he said, the real reason for the Nigerian army calling upon Amnesty International and the ICC to intervene vis-a-vis Biafra and the BLGIE is not because of a single alleged incident with a former Nigeria soldier. Of course, you all know it is no longer news that the Biafra Liberation Army captured a zoo terrorist who came to slaughter innocent Biafrans, but unfortunately to him, or should I say fortunately to him, he was captured alive after being overpowered by the Biafra Liberation Army. Many of them fell and many of them ran with bullet injury, but that man, Adewala or whatever they call him, was unable to run because he sustained very degrading injury. Now, he was lucky, actually. He was very, very fortunate to be captured by the Biafra Liberation Army, and that's why his life was spared. And then the Prime Minister called it a gift to the Yoruba nation. So, according to the PM, he said, considering that the Nigeria government has been complaining about insecurity in the southeast for years, why didn't the Nigeria army reach out to the ICC earlier? Why didn't the Nigeria army reach out to the ICC earlier, since they have been complaining about insecurity in the southeast? Now, the real reason for the Nigeria army's international plea is due to the BLGIE's recent meetings with the senior US officials and congresspersons. The Nigerian government is afraid of US government recognition of Biafra. That is very, 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 very serious, and so it's resulting to desperate measures. I'm going to give you a lot of explanations and analysis. I just want you to take your chill pill. Let's first of all read from the Prime Minister's comment, and then we will analyze it. Now, he continued, as such, the Nigeria terrorist government not only appealed to the ICC, but also Amnesty International, which is a human rights organization and not a law enforcement agency, right? As a desperate public relations stunt to weaken our relations with the US government and the international community, I can assure everyone such an attempt will end in failure. It has already failed. It's not that it's going to end in failure. It has ended in failure, because in as much as they tagged Amnesty, they complained to Amnesty that has published several a complaint against them concerning human rights abuses, especially here in Biafra land. Human rights abuse against Biafran people is still the same organization they shamelessly approached to help them kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa. I don't know how they reason. Anyway, when you have Goro eaters and Janjaweed terrorist sympathizers ruling you, what else do you expect? And then the Prime Minister continued. He said, as a counter, I welcome our friends in the US government to ask the ICC and Amnesty International, which has highlighted the human rights abuses of Nigeria in the past, to investigate the Nigeria terrorist army's, human rights violations. They don't even know what they have done to themselves. The Zoo Janjaweed army and its terrorist government do not understand what they have done to themselves. They don't know. Because if they knew, if they eventually realize what they have done to themselves, they will regret it. They will regret making this move. Now let me tell you something. You see, ICC in Hague has a lot of pending cases against Nigeria officials, many of them including Buhari. But because of their interest, most of the times UK, Britain always intervening on these matters, making sure that they suppress whatever desire the ICC has to prosecute or to pursue these cases. UK has always been there, but now the Biafra matter is already a global phenomenon, right? We have taken it, the government of Biafra has taken it to the top, where the whole world is now paying attention to what is happening in Biafra, between Biafra and the zoo. So it is no longer possible for even UK to suppress the Biafra matters. It can never happen again, because now we have a government, a functioning government that can take this matter to any level. At least you can see how we have been doing in the United States of America with the congressmen and top US government officials. Now, the zoo government and the terrorist army are afraid of the December 2nd Biafra declaration, because they know what it means. They know that once we declare Biafra on December 2nd, that is the reason why the PM said here, the Nigeria government is afraid of US government recognition of Biafra. They are afraid. Listen, let me tell you, if America recognizes Biafra after declaration, that means it's over for Nigeria. It's over. I'm telling you the truth, it's over. So that is why now they are calling on ICC and Amnesty International to help them, in order to use these two top organizations to confuse the US government, because US government would want to know what is this thing that ICC, International Criminal Court, is investigating or trying to do, right? So now they know that once Biafra is declared on the 2nd of December, we will start gaining recognition from the international communities. Nations will start recognizing us, and anything that makes US recognize us as quick as possible, it is over. I'm telling you, because once America moves, others follow. There are no two ways about it. So they don't want such a thing to happen, because it's going to be the death of the Zoological Republic. Some people call it finito. Now, let me bring it back to the human rights abuses of the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army against innocent citizens of Biafra, and of course other citizens in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. Recently, they bombed the entire village in Zamfara state. The other time, not quite long ago, they bombed the entire village in Borno state, and then they came out and said it's because of the war against Boko Haram. They mistakenly bombed the village. You see that? That is human rights abuses. Now, if you bring it back to Biafra land, we all know what the Zoo Janjaweed army has been doing to Biafra people. The Amnesty International has, published so many series of documentaries how the Zoo army has been, dehumanizing Biafrans, massacring Biafrans, committing all manner of human rights abuses against the Biafra people. Even the one that happened in Aba High School, former Abia State. We all saw how Amnesty International reported the matter. We saw it, we read it. So the Zoo has actually shot themselves in the foot, because what they have done now is another thing to show how desperate they are, to show that look, there is fire on the mountain. I'm telling you the truth. And of course, Biafra has won. Now you can see this is the official memo, or should I say press release, from the office of the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Ekpa. So this is the same thing that we read. The real reason for the Nigerian army calling upon Amnesty International and the ICC to intervene vis-a-vis Biafra and the BRGRE is not because of a single alleged incident with a former Nigerian soldier. Right? So it is the same. You can see the signature, signed His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko. This is official from his office. Thank you, my people. To salo numozia, because anya anabago and make it go viral.
Ende by Guadaluli Nenu, Kunisiko, when I saw idea in a mena Iluakuko, na Eastern News 24. Again, ki wodi kubastama kaya B5 kugasi. Ni Iluakuko, kefi wodi kubastama kaya news update, iwete. Kosi ada and kosi akpoto. Drop or I feature Iluakuna Eastern News 24. Baba si wele utadunya bunu kozi do kemba. Kembesia no munim.